All right, this is Walkerville, Windsor, Part 2. Just had lunch at the Twisted Apron. Fantastic. Impressive, friendly staff. Maggio's. It's a weird name for Irish pub. Is this Irish pub? Can't tell. Oyster bar. Here's the greatest of all time tap and eatery. Now I'm doing a part 2 of Walkerville because I'm here waiting for my train. It's still a few hours away. Wow, that is an aggressive crosswalk. And the reason I have so much time on my hands is that I was planning on going to Pesh Island. Which is in the East End, a city-owned island. There used to be a hotel on it, so there's some interesting ruins on the island. About 10 years ago, the city started, and look, there's a Craig's Cookies. But 10 years ago, the city started doing tours. You have to go and have safety training, and you go on this shuttle boat to the island, and then you do a self-tour in this couple kilometers of nice paths, really quiet, really beautiful. My plan was to walk out of my Airbnb this morning at 11 a.m., which I did. I grabbed the bus to the train station, got into a fight with the people at the train station. I won the fight, left my bag, but what I learned earlier this morning when I called to make a reservation for Pesh Island for today is they don't open till next week. Didn't know. I must have not read the website well enough. So that was my plan. So poor plan, pivot. Now I'm looking for the convenience store that's up ahead. Then I'm going to turn right, which is north towards the river, and look at more of old Walkerville. Not the mansions, but still cool stuff. Tell you what you don't see in this neighborhood is sketch. Downtown is everywhere. There's the thirsty butler. or Walkerville Theater. I don't know anything about it. Really, I'm just looking for a convenience store so I can get a Gatorade. And I do see one, Ace Convenience. So that's where I'm headed. Let's cross. Grandma's healthy food. Grand takeout. Weird. Fluffy beans. Hey, there's 10 Friends Diner. Try and tell if it's open. Yeah, I was at Ace Convenience. Better prices than Toronto. Done with Ace Convenience. Cheaper than Toronto. We're going to go a block here, turn right, and then turn right, and we'll be on a street called Assumption. So a nice neighborhood, and listen, I haven't seen any dingue. There was some special looking guy over in the corner, but they compare and contrast. Do you want to live downtown? No. Do you want to work downtown? No. Want to open up a business downtown? No. I got a coffee at the Starbucks. And they had no straws for your frappuccinos or your refreshers. They hide them behind the counter because they steal them. And I'm walking north towards the river, where where the Riverside path, Riverside Trail ends. It ends because here in Walker has a distillery blocking it, and on the other side of the distillery is more wonderful riverside walks along the water. A hidden gem, so that's what they call themselves, a hidden gem. I don't know, it kind of sounds like give yourself a nickname. You're not allowed to give yourself a nickname. Moy and Assumption, so my nickname is Boom, but I didn't give it to me. It's a name that I developed. That happened to me when I was at the keg. Oh, better than yesterday, eh?
Oh, a lot better. Yesterday, my dog was.
Oh, really?
He just come up. He's in the window right now. The German Shepherd.
Yeah. Oh, hey, puppy. I can see him.
Come out. He smell the air. Can't breathe.
Oh, yeah.
He's smart.
Smart. See ya.
Yeah, have a good one.
Here is Gladstone. I just like this old architecture. It's like this house is 4 apartments. Hi, Bobby. Hi. Cute puppy. Yeah, so this house is actually 4 apartments. Oh, there, well, this is 3, so it looks like maybe one person lives here, owns a house, and has 3 apartments cut up into it. Very like this. R.A. Holland, built 1917, this building. Like it. Quick little Google search taught me that there's a statue of Hiram Walker at the end of Devonshire Road. Devonshire is the street where the Twisted Apron was, where I had brunch. Windermere. We're currently traveling east. I'm not sure what that is. I don't remember. I think it's a separate school board. I think it's a school board. That fancy modern building. Astral Medical Aesthetics. Tuck and pull. Now this is a tavern. I don't know if it's still a tavern, but it was a tavern at one point. What's interesting about this tavern is that it's been around so long. They have a ladies' entrance in the back. Ladies and escorts. I'm going to take a nice picture of that. Nice sunflowers all along this way. That's cool. This appears to be a gallery. Now that building over there was turned into lofts. It was a decrepit, nasty building. It had some interesting lofts in it, but now it's all modern. They really renovated it. I remember going to an artscape party. A bunch of artists. My girlfriend and I were invited. And they got there. Interestingly enough, nobody could figure out how to roll a joint. So I don't even smoke pot, but I know how to roll a joint. So that was my job for the night. It's good to have skills. I don't know what this is. Looks like a bank. So now here's Devonshire, as I was talking about, looking for that statue of Hiram Walker. And what is this place? It must have been a bank, but they're renovating it for something. It's good that they're keeping all these old buildings. There's the old post office. I don't see no here a walker.
Unless it costs you $5 to use.
Okay.
So,
Wait, I actually.
Well, I almost missed that. Didn't expect to see a Lambo in Windsor. Neat. These grain elevators you see in front of me belong to Hiram Walker. That's the grain they make the booze. Aha! I have spotted the statue of Hiram Walker. So Nico Osteria Bar looks like it's just getting built. So this is the Walker Power Building. Well, it used to be an eyesore. There he is. So the building you see on the left, and then there's green. The green is the Riverside Park area that goes all the way to the Ambassador Bridge. And then all the buildings you see along here belong to Hiram Walker. And there he is. That was worth a photo. That'll be a nice thumbnail for Walkerville Part 2. Wait. I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I see a sign there, Pupatella and Sons Construction. Wait. Well, since I'm here, Hiram Walker Parkette. This is a commemorative statue. Created the world-famous Canadian Club whiskey. He was a charitable man who donated money across Windsor, Walkerville, and Detroit. Anyway, neat. And I missed my light again. Let's try this again. Oh, this is neat. So this is a map on the ground of Walkerville. No, this is West Windsor. Oh, no, I don't know what the hell it is. Okay, let's try this again.
Wait.
Okie dokie. Now I just want to see this vehicle, this shiny vehicle with a hose attached to it. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm guessing it's something that Hiram Walker owns, and that I'm guessing would transport some distilled liquid. And I say that, the reason I say that is about a kilometer away from here, past the train station, there are a series of massive storage buildings used by Hiram Walker to store the booze. So you gotta get the booze from here to there. And that shiny truck looks like the kind of vehicle you could use that could do the job. And so here's the fancy part of Hiram Walker. I've actually been in here. I forget why I was here, but I've actually been inside. So this is why the riverfront ends, because Hiram Walker did not give the city permission to build, because they want to keep the view themselves. But I have been in here, and they had their executive meeting rooms, and they were very posh. And they had private chefs, fancy dining rooms. There we are. So it says Canadian Club Grand Centre Conference Rooms, Canadian Club Tours and Gift Shop this away. But I don't think there are tours anymore. But let's see. One thing I do know, at the top of the CIBC building where I was a couple days ago, looking at this new Asian fusion beautiful restaurant, was at one time home to the Windsor Club, a private club inhabited by wealthy people who made their money off of cars, because that's what Windsor was all about. It's all about cars. Big three: GM, Chrysler, Ford, all here. And people make good money working there, and people who own companies that build seatbelts, foam insulation, that kind of thing. We're members of that place. But they've now moved here. So the Windsor Club now is here. But I don't know if it's in this building. So no tour shop, no souvenir store open. I see, okay, and the Windsor Club is here. I see the sign. So again, I worked for the Windsor Club. It was a good gig. Ooh, Hull's Landing. Let's see what's going on here. Hull's Landing, 1812. William Hull, commander of the Northwestern Army of the United States, landed with 2,000 men near the site. He came to liberate Canada from the oppressive Brits. The British garrison at Amherstburg was too weak to oppose the invasion, but later fought several skirmishes at the River Canard. July 26, British reinforcements under Colonel Proctor arrived and made them go away. Okay. There she is, the Windsor Club. And this is gorgeous. I can see why here in Walker and them want to keep it to themselves. That is an outstanding view. Not shared with anyone. Hey, how are you? Hey. Very nice. that was a sneak peek into the Windsor Club. Open for lunch and dinner every day. It is the kind of place when you go, if you're invited, your host will have a menu with the prices on it, but none of the guests will have a price. So it removes that awkwardness. Yeah, all this is making booze. And this. A decade in the making. I had a friend named JP who drank Wisers, and I used to tease him. I said, you know, the more I drink, the wisers I get. And as the sign says, tunnel to the USA that way. One of them smelled nice. Pardon me. And the smokestacks you see in the distance are from the Ford plant. Or as they call it, say in Windsor, Ford's. I have an annoying stone in my shoe. Starting to sit and lose it. I'll be back. And stone gone. This is an employee parking lot for here in Walker, and it rates its own cross. It rates its own traffic signal. Mustang perfectly appropriate in Windsor, right across from Detroit, muscle car heaven. That's a lot of employees. And this property on the left, I believe it still belongs to Hiram Walker. God knows what they do with it. You can see somebody's cutting grass at some point here. I'm approaching a street called Drouillard. And whereas we got downtown with lots of sketchy people, Walkerville, a lot of rich people, and Drouillard is a kind of place where you got a lot of dangerous people. Speaking of, because there's a couple clubhouses on Drouillard. I'm not sure who the clubs are. But I know the strip joints in this neighborhood on Drouillard have a sign saying no colors allowed. Because you don't want bikers wearing their vests and their colors inside your club. It scares away business. You know, the strip joint that I used to work in Windsor, Cheetahs. It's called Cheetahs now. It was called Cheetahs on the river because it literally was on Riverside. Exactly where the Keg Steakhouse is now. After I worked there, but I heard this story from the GM, Debbie, who was my boss. She told me, I think it was Satan's Choice, came in and like some of their top guys wearing full-on colors. And here's little Debbie, who's 5'0" with Farrah Fawcett hairdo, saying, "No, you're not coming in. Nope, you're not coming in." Now, she didn't have much to be scared of because Cheetahs is the kind of place where you have two guys who are 6'10", 350 pounds at your door. I mean, you just have to have that guy or two of those guys at your door to deal with stuff. That's just the reality of strip joints. So, I mean, nothing was going to happen to Debbie right then, but it took a lot of courage for her to stand up to these guys and say, no, you're not coming in. Because they were insistent. Here's the Water's Edge Event Center. I don't know much about that. I guess I'll just say I don't know anything about that. And we are now in what they call Ford City. Or as they say in Windsor, Ford's. The Windsor Ford strike in 1945. Wartime labor shortages eased in 1945. Contract talks between Ford's and United Auto Workers in Windsor stalled. 10,000 members went on strike. For 3 days, strikers parked cars in this area, creating a 2,000 vehicle traffic jam that completely blockaded the powerhouse. After 99 days, both sides accepted arbitration. Cool. And this is neat. This is the last house. So where do you live? Well, the last house. This looks like an old folks' home, a retirement center, is my guess. And there's the second last house. Yeah, the shore view at Riverside, a lifestyle community. That means it's an old folks home. Maisonville Parquet. So a lot of construction going on at Ford's. Well, I'm going to have a seat and a rest. Now I checked the bus schedule. There should be a bus coming here in 7 minutes. So, but I want to look here first. This is neat how you can see. So, I got 7 minutes to find the bus stop. And that'll bring me back to the Tim Hortons, where I will grab a very large coffee and go to the train station. Even though I have a couple hours to wait, I don't mind at all. Because I have to plug in my iPad, because I forgot to last night. And I got a shit ton of editing to do. It is always a challenge to balance this walk tubing stuff, which is just a hobby for me. But I've only got so much storage on my phone. I mean, I have a lot, but I also have 6,000 live video or pictures on there and 1,000 videos. So when recording a 30-40 minute video with this Pocket 3, I need to transfer the files to the iPhone. And then I have to remember to delete them from the Pocket 3 because the card that I have in it isn't huge. So that has to be managed. So that's east along Wyandotte. We're going to go down this hill and wait for the bus. I still think I have one ride left on my transit card. And then once I transfer the files to the iPhone, I then have to transfer that into the editing software that I use, which is just iMovie. It's simple. It does everything I need. I know tech people will use DaVinci Resolve. I don't understand it. I would need somebody, not just to watch a tutorial, but somebody to actually sit down with me and teach me how to use it. And I don't have that person in my life. Seems like a weird spot for a bus stop. It is. But there we are. That's a good sign. Ford City. A Model T town. And this is where I'm going to end the Walkerville tour, part 2. Thank you for watching. It's time to head back to Toronto. And I'll see you in the ether.